Okay, he's flying off the cuff again. The importance to stopping watching television. I basically stopped watching television, I don't know, 12 years ago. And it was a revelation, an epiphany. And within like 6 months that I'm stopping, because the friend I was living with didn't have TV, the thought, the revelation occurred to me that the establishment, the powers that be, should fear to their bones the man or woman who doesn't watch TV, who has time to think, has time to observe what's actually happening in the world. How's it going? Yeah, and free of that, I mean, the average American, they say, watches, what, 5 hours? 4 to 5 hours of television each day? Wow, what a colossal waste of your life, of their life. And then you're being bombarded with all the fucking goddamn stupid messages. The average Snickers, buy that Snickers, buy that cheeseburger, sold to you by that athlete. It's dumb. Or turn on the goddamn news. Bombarded again, all the death and tragedy and travesty. And let me just interject kind of a side note. I say this with sincerity. The human brain was not developed to be exposed to death and destruction every day. We inherited brains from our ancestors, where lived in tribes. They didn't have tragedy, a mass shooting, or even a death every day that the brain had to then process. And I just think that's important. As a sensitive, empathetic person, even in my 20s, I would watch the news and I would get this emotional reaction to all the bad news, and I would think, what's happening? Are you sending out shadows? And how am I going to respond to the shadows you send out? Either I get my heart broken every night, or I become callous. And I didn't know how to process that. What my reaction should be, or what my play should be. And found it by just turning off the fucking television. And listen, man, I love it all. The dark and the light. I love it all. It's a dance. I'm not afraid of anything. I really just want to help people conquer, because someday you will conquer this game. You'll transcend. And remember what your destiny is and was. You just have to forget to go through it again. And even to the point of looking at online news and getting caught up in what the Kardashians are doing, or the royal family. Guys, please. Nonsense. You are the star. We evolved from stars, right? Remember that. The star of your own movie. The universe is telling you your story. And it's at the points where it feels like things are breaking down, that it's like, oh yeah, you come back around. You see the signs everywhere, through songs or stories you've loved, or could be through a comment that someone says to you, a comment that you hear. Could be on a freaking billboard. It's just how it is, guys. And don't let that terrify you. There's it's just a game to this. There's an intelligent, loving force, call it God, universe, that not just you come from, or you are it. If this has any meaning for you, go check out Alan Watts or Terence McKenna. And I just say this with 100% certainty and authenticity and loving energy for you. If you're watching this, know that you're more than flesh and blood. This vehicle, your body will die. So live this day, right? Be present, be happy, and say what you got to say. But you are an immortal being. And to back that up with science, number one, that Einstein kind of proved to us, energy and matter are the same thing. One can be converted to another. We come from stars, and that all the energy in the universe was always there, cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. And then beyond that, quantum physics tells us that it's a multiverse. So, I mean, that opens the door, obviously, to the concept that when you die in one universe or one reality, you're going to shift to another, a parallel universe, parallel reality, and you're going to go through it, guys. It's not fun. You're going to feel your reality kind of melting and shifting around you, and you're going to feel the universe step right into your skin, and you're going to recognize, wow, oh yeah, this is what life is. There is a much bigger intelligence underneath this life I'm living, and there'll be a panic attack. Just breathe and drink water. It's my advice. And just like what the Bible says, this too shall pass. And this is happening in every living thing on this planet. I mean, from that sperm, it's trying to reproduce, that caterpillar. I mean, has no choice. It's going to go into that cocoon. And I'm sure that the universe takes over and starts taking control of those choices. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. I guess that's about all I have to say on the topic right now. There's a reason that we tell stories, and I'm going to reference a poem I love from the gatefold of the Relayer album by Yes, and the poem is by a guy named Donald Lemkool. I think that's how you pronounce it. And there's a line there. It says, "Truth conceals itself in error." Guys, read the whole poem, but in essence, yeah, this universe it's a puzzle, it's a game. It cannot simply give you all the answers and say this, that, and the other. That's boring. You're here to grow, to learn, and to figure it out. So, all those stories of mythology, why does that story keep repeating? The Messiah, the God, comes down and sacrifices himself. From Thor to Odin to Zeus to Horus to on and it goes. There's a reason we tell those stories and sing the songs. And even if the artist doesn't realize it, the universe is working through them. And it's working through you. And it's working through me. To try and to help each other. Because, again, back to Einstein, time does not pass. Everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, it's already there. It doesn't go away. It's there. So just, try to relax and breathe and appreciate. At some point in our immortal story, we're going to figure things out. It's all going to be cool. And then it'll be boring and then we'll have to start over. It's my theory, because at some point, yeah, that gets kind of boring. I hope that's not the case, because I don't want to go through this life again. I want new adventures. But anyway, hope that helps you guys. Have a good day.